Hey, Snop Tarts, Cat here to interrupt this podcast to tell you that actually this episode was supposed to air last week. But you know how it is. Sometimes you record a podcast and then life kicks you in the ass and you don't have time to edit it. You know how that goes. So the good news is you're getting 2 brand new episodes this week. This episode, which you're trying to listen to, which we're calling The Lost Snop. And then in a couple of days, a whole new episode. I mean, really, if you think about it, it's still pretty weird, but anyway, enjoy.
Strong women, badass gals.
Some of them are more than pals.
Our show can be a little gay,
But if you're not,
that's okay.
you can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews. Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. I'm Kat.
I'm Wendy.
And this is Tara.
On this episode, we got some This Week in SNOOPing. We have a mail sack. We have nerd news, including all the, well, some of the exciting stuff that came out of CinemaCon. Who knew it was such a big fucking deal? I'm already cussing. I apologize.
Wow.
But first, hey, Wendy,
Ah,
how about some poll results?
wow. Yeah, we're doing the poll thing now on our socials. Thank you, Lee, for making us, active.
Relevant.
Relevant, yes. The last poll was about Easter candy. Since it's election
Definitely
day.
relevant.
Yes.
Relevant right now.
Yes, cast your votes for your favorite Easter candy. Write-in votes are welcome. So the choices were Cadbury Egg, Marshmallow Peeps, Chocolate Bunny, or, I just saw this. I voted, but somehow I didn't notice this was included. 3-day-old lean cuisine. I don't know if I would have voted for that or not, but, the winner by large margin is 52.6% Chocolate Bunny. As it should. Cadbury Egg was a strong second at 36.8. Marshmallow Peeps at 10.5%. 3-day-old lean cuisine got 0.
Okay, that's good.
0.
That's good. No, that's good.
Look, I'm the one who tried the 3-day-old lean cuisine, and it should get 0 because that's not only disgusting, it would probably harmed me. No, we
Very
did write
much
in
so.
the Reese's Easter egg, which is a strong choice.
Oh,
They
that's a good
are
one.
delicious.
Good one, Noe.
The
Yeah,
special
and they're-
shaped Reese's are amazing.
I feel like of all like the Reese's holiday shaped things, the Easter
Yeah.
egg is, it's a close with the Christmas tree, but
Yeah.
the Easter egg, I mean, it's just kind of an oval, but it's just the right
It's a perfect shape and
consistency
density.
Density, yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. When you mess with the Reese's, you have to make sure to keep the ratio, the balance of the chocolate and the peanut butter good, solid.
Yeah.
balanced.
It's scientific.
Yeah, and just something, about just that consistency of how it still breaks apart, and it's different from the cup, but it's
Mhm.
just the right kind of different.
Mm.
So good work, Noe. Thank you.
Yes.
Smart. Solid.
Thank you.
And so who knows what this week's poll will be? Let's
I
see what we
don't
talk about and see
know.
what makes it into the poll. This just in, we have a Discord thing. I don't know how you describe it. We have one of those, and Cynthia is our moderator and admin of that. And we got some breaking news from Discord. I think this might be a regular segment. See what's to entice people. Hey, come to Discord. talk
I need
some
to go to
stuff.
Discord. I forgot my username and login.
Well, that's a problem, Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
You work on that. But
Mhm.
according to Cynthia, we have 28 members total.
Whoa,
with
okay.
2 new members coming just this
Ooh.
week.
Welcome.
There's been a lot of convention talk. And some people are lamenting that hardly any conventions are in the Midwest. So 2 of the Discorders discussed one day having a SNOPCon in Kansas City, Missouri,
Interesting.
with SNOP cosplay and a Terra Rantathon.
Oh
A
my.
ter-
tarot
you-
what? Rantathon.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay.
Wendy's
Wendy, give it. Yeah.
yeah, it could just be a rantathon.
It could just be a rantathon, I think.
Cynthia also wanted to let us know that Kickstarter, on Kickstarter, there are some new Expanse comics. Let's see. There's a post about asking if anyone had tried the herb whiskey on Discord, which I have had, and it's
And?
pretty good. It's not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
Is it whiskey like EY or Y? Like, is it from Scotland or is it the EY from Canada? I think only the Y, just Y, can come from Scotland.
Oh, it's definitely, I think it's American whiskey.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's a fisky, fake whiskey.
It's a Fisky. And those are just some of the highlights of this week's discussion on the SNOP Discord. Yeah, so go check out the SNOP Discord, everybody. Things are happening. People are talking. You don't want to be left out, okay?
Nice.
I'm trying to find. I just went back in. I'm lost. I
Oh,
don't know
no.
how to get to.
Oh boy.
I got some friend requests. I don't know if these are.
Oh, are
people-
you trying to get into Discord right now?
I'm in it, but I don't know
Oh.
where to go.
It's
I mean-
hard. You got it. You can't do it right. You
I mean,
can't.
Wendy, we are recording a podcast.
We are doing
Well,
the
y'all are
podcast
talking.
right
Well,
now.
I wanted to check out their
It's
Snap
not-
Discord, but I am lost.
It's
so
not
I'll have to do
something
it
you can
later.
just. Yeah, there's like
Oh goodness.
folders and things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
come back to
Yeah,
that.
You need to be
I
able
think-
to focus.
I clicked on things to agree. I don't know what I did.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Wendy. Oh no.
I'll check that out later.
All
But
right.
thanks
well,
for being at Discord.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, new members.
Yes, and thank you,
I'll see
Cynthia,
you
for
when I
holding-
can figure it
Shoot
out.
us some emails if you're a new member at, shenerdsOut@gmail.com. What's it like over there?
And tell me how to get there.
Yeah, tell us how to
Where are
work
you?
Discord,
Oh my
please. We need help.
I don't know how to do
Cynthia,
this.
can we do a Zoom with you later? Can you?
God.
tell
I'm
us how to
searching
do this?
She Nerds
Really,
Out,
I'm
nothing
serious.
comes out. I
I've
don't know.
tried Warrior Nun Discord. I could not. I mean, it's not that I don't want to be on there. It's like I'm just confused and I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Well, that's sad. we need help to figure this out.
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening.
Cynthia,
but
help us. Help us. Cynthia.
anyway.
No.
Well, this week in snooping or snopping, we did things. Am I
We
first?
did. Yeah, sure. Go
I'm
on.
on the
Wendy.
list. So I will tell you what I did on Friday night. I went to Disneyland
Ooh.
That's right.
by myself.
What? I thought you were
Because-
going with somebody.
No, because everybody's working. It's expensive. People have jobs and lives and busy lives. So you know what? I thought, should I go? Because I wanted to see the Star Wars stuff.
Good for you.
And I thought, and I was looking like people do this all the time, especially people with passes. They'll just go. And I've always thought,
Yeah.
living in LA, it'd be fun, like to just randomly take off and go to Disney, whatever. So I thought, you know what? I'll try it. I'll see if I like it because I want to see the Star Wars stuff. And I
Was there some sort of exhibit going on
there's
right now?
it's Season of the Force. It's a special thing that
Yeah.
lasts through May of Star Wars. They have a special
Okay.
Star Wars night, but it's late at night, and especially on weekdays, tickets I can't go because it's late. So, yeah, no, it's special food, special shows. Yeah, it was a special Star Wars thing. So I mentioned it at work, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, you gotta go! You should go!" Ah. So I was like, "All right, I'll see how it is," because it's not cheap. It's not like, "Oh, I'm going to see how it is," and for nothing. It's a lot just to get in the door of Disneyland.
Yes, it is.
It is. So, but I thought, well, I'll see how it is. Consensus, I don't know if I'd do it again because it was fun. I think part of it, I've been so many times with friends and family that like when you're there on your own, you're kind of like, I miss the fun I have just with someone to do this with.
And
But-
being like, look at that,
Right.
all
And just
being,
enjoying the experience.
Yeah.
But just being there, I was able to observe more things and see things. There are several things I did I'd never done.
Oh, cool.
And also, I think the fact that, and those were usually when I enjoyed it the most, when I was doing something new. So I think if
Like
I
what?
did this and went to a park where I hadn't been so many times and everything was more new to explore, I would enjoy it more being there by myself.
Mhm.
But so, like, to start off, I went first to the Grand Californian because they had some treats there. I mean, I've done that before, but like, I got this Millennium Falcon chocolate pop.
Yes.
Whoa.
Isn't that cool?
That's cool. It's almost
Beautiful.
too cool to eat.
It's like chocolate, I think, with like a silver cover. I know it's getting
What?
smushed in the
Are you
plastic.
going to eat it?
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
I
Okay,
just
good.
haven't yet. I had to
Let's take
save
a
room for the
picture
Mickey
first, 'cause
ears. I did.
It's
I
cool
did.
looking.
I'll take a picture too with the wrapping off, but I took pictures yesterday and a Wookiee cookie. It was a cool
Smart.
cookie with like these little sprinkles on it and a little chocolatey thing that looked like it's like his little belt with a little bandolier he
Yeah, that's
wears or whatever.
adorable.
And it was good with Nutella in the middle, and I'm still eating on that. I was like
Ooh,
munching on it
Nutella.
during the day. It was delicious.
I love Nutella.
But they only had that at the Grand California, and they had a giant Death Star made it was like a giant Rice Krispie treat.
I've heard of this thing.
Yes, it was impressive with little like ships attached, spinning around.
What?
And I love that place. It's so expensive though. But like this lady's in there playing Disney songs on the piano. They had like a
So
bar. It's like,
cool.
if I had the time, I would just lounge there and just hang
Seriously,
out.
I would love to do that with you.
It's so let's do it. It was so refreshing.
Mm.
But
And
I
it's
bought
got
it-
like a woodsy vibe,
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
I love that
Good
hotel.
vibes.
My friend at work, I guess yesterday or the day before, she was just randomly because I was like, I should just stay down there for that night, and she looked up like last minute one night at Grand California. It was over $1,000. Not that I was
boy.
going to do it, but it was pleasant. But I'm like, okay, well, I need to go to the park because I paid for the ticket. But I thought, okay, there's this new Avengers store downtown Disney. So I was like, I want to go check that out. Of course, it's at the far end, down by like Star Wars Traders. It's like the other end. So I'm like, it's going to be a long hike back to the entrance, but
Right.
whatever. I'm going to do it now because I know I won't feel like it later.
Yeah.
So I went down there and I passed the monorail. I'm like, wait a minute, does that go to the park? So I was able to. The monorail was down there by the Avengers store.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
since I had a ticket, hopped on the monorail, and it took me right to Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
You can go in the park. with
Yes,
that. I had
Wendy.
no idea. That's one of the things. I know I've never done that. I just go in the entrance to Disneyland. I didn't know I
Then-
could take the monorail from downtown Disney
That's why it's
into the
there.
park. I
It's
don't
to
know.
get you from the hotels into the park.
I didn't know.
Because
So
it is quite
I,
a walk. Yeah, that's
It is
And
a
I feel like the
schlep.
monorail was closed for a little while.
Yeah,
for a while,
maybe.
It may have
too,
been
but,
for like,
yeah.
for a couple years. Yeah.
But yeah,
Mhm.
usually, I mean, where the tram lets you out, there's no reason to go down there to ride the
Right.
monorail back into the park. You just walk into the park.
Sure.
So, and Tomorrowland was my first stop. So, like, this is perfect. So I rode the monorail. It's so cool. So, next stop was Hyperspace Mountain, which I've
Nice.
ridden Space Mountain, but never Hyperspace Mountain because it's got Star Wars stuff, music, like video of the ships. The coolest part, you're going and there's a TIE fighter shooting like, like green lasers at you.
Hyperspace
Yes, they changed
Yeah,
the
they
name to
changed it.
Hyperspace Mountain, and it's Star Wars
Oh.
themed.
It's cool.
But again,
Cool.
only during Star Wars time or whatever.
Oh,
It was cool. So that was fun. That was my one ride. That I got to ride that because I've never done Hyperspace Mountain.
How long was the line to get in?
It took me about 30 minutes on single rider. It was about an hour
Oh, yeah.
for everybody else. But I had single rider and it went pretty quickly.
Single rider's pretty good.
It's nice.
Mhm.
It's nice. So after that, one of my plans was to ride the new Tiana's Bayou water
cool.
ride, even though it was going to get me drenched, I was like, whatever. But the line was like 70 minutes.
Mm.
There was no single rider because it had gotten so long, it was taking longer than the regular line. So they shut it down.
Wow.
Yeah.
wow.
But no,
whoa.
it's new. It's the big thing
Yeah,
in
it
the park
is
'cause
brand
it's so
new.
new. So
Couple weeks.
it never got less than an hour. So I never did
That's too
that.
bad.
I know. I wanted to write it, but I kind of walked around those little New Orleans shops or whatever. I made my way back to. I was getting pretty hungry. I got my ice cream, but I hadn't had food. So I got the very nutritious cheese bread potato on a stick, falumpa set. Special. It's
It looked
called the.
good.
It's called the. Let me find the picture. Fried falumpa set, which is a creature on Naboo. Cheese skewer with crispy potato and mustard cheese dipping sauce.
Sounds really-
It was delicious. So I was lounging over in Star Wars World having that. And I got the coaxium sipper, which it's like the
Ooh.
coaxium container from Solo.
She's sipping. Okay.
And I'm sipping. Look at my straw. But look, so you open it up.
I love it.
It's
Whoa.
Like close, and then
Whoa,
you open
what?
it, boing, and
What's
then this
happening?
pops out.
Oh.
It's
Cool.
lit. It's got lights. It lights up.
Whoa.
And you can put your drink in
What?
there, and it says coaxium, caution coaxium, handle with care.
That is a very cool.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool. And then
I
you can
was-
see the light through
Yeah.
the little windows
Yeah.
on the side.
And here's
Ooh.
it's hard to show up, but yeah, it's lit up. But here's the funny thing.
That's awesome.
So I was looking at it this morning, and I looked at the bottom. I'm like, wait, why is there this like button like battery? I didn't know it lit up. I just thought it was the thing. So I didn't even
Surprise!
discover. But here's the thing: the batteries were like kind of messed up, so it actually wasn't working. I had to clean off the batteries and rearrange it, but now it works. But I didn't even know. I had no idea that
It's a
it
great
lit up, and
surprise.
it's very cool. They also had an amazing lit up Death Star for like $35 as a popcorn thing, and I was kind of tempted, but luckily every time I went near a place, they were selling out, and I did not need to buy that. The only other thing I really bought. Oh no, wait! I gotta go with something else. I got this cute pin of BB-8 and Dio being friends because that was
Aw.
adorable.
Aw.
Adorbs.
Pause with me because I got to get the
Awesome.
big thing that I was going to get.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Ooh. I wonder what it is.
It's very exciting. Just in some pajama pants
Pajamas.
there. What's on those pajamas? Oh, I think
Is it
is it a black
Really?
lab?
I don't know.
What's on your pajama pants?
Cats.
She's a boy.
Scratch.
Cats?
Oh, tabbies. Very cute.
Yeah,
Thank you.
tabbies. Oh, by the way, another thing I did for the first time was ride the riverboat, Mark Twain riverboat. It just
Ooh.
goes around in a big circle, and they've got little fake deer and fake animals and animatronic.
I love how this is like
American Indian, like Native Americans, like, but you know,
I love how
yeah,
you've discovered things that have been in the park from the
It
very
was-
first day.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Every time I go, we're going for certain things, or I'm going with
Right.
people who want to do the big things. You know, we're always doing Pirates and Haunted Mansion and all the big
Right.
rides. So this time, that was my point. Like, I want to see things or do things I've never done. I went
I
in
love it.
stores. I did not know at the very front by the entrance, there's a store that sells like Disney art. And you go to the back and there's someone sitting there, an artist who you can buy. You can pick out a character that you want and they'll do a sketch of that character for you. Like there's all these little things that are there that I just never did because we do
Yeah,
the
pretty
same
great.
things.
Pretty fun.
So I went back. I did ride the Millennium Falcon single rider. Took me literally like 5 minutes.
What position were you?
I was a gunner.
Ah,
What was
okay.
interesting, they put me with this family of 3, and then they put 2 more people in to be engineers, and I think they were like, didn't want to do it. Like maybe they kept getting stuck engineers. So we just had 4 of us. Like they just didn't put 2 people. So they even said, oh, you don't have engineers. It's been set to automated engineering or something like that. No, but yeah, but it was cool. It was fun. I did star tours at the end because it was like
Nice.
10 minutes. But so the whole point of the reason. So I did get into Oga's towards the end of the evening.
Mhm.
I was going to get me a drinky drink, you know what I mean? But then I discovered they had the grinning loaf cat with souvenir loaf cat.
Oh,
Look at it.
oh my God!
It's a
It's a
collectible-
drink mug.
It's
It's like
Oh
a
my
tiki.
God.
It's like a tiki
It's
thing.
like a tiki thing.
That's cute.
And it's a non-alcoholic drink. It was like coconut and what is it? Guava juice, coconut milk, lime juice, pure cane syrup topped with basil crystals.
Yum.
They
So-
can just throw you a little something,
Little
something
rum in there.
They'll
Yeah.
put a little
Well,
rum in-
she tried to charge me for the rum because what had happened was I was like, how much is that? She's like 36. I'm like, okay, well,
Whoa.
I know. Look, it's Disney. You're paying $20 flat out just to go get a drinky drink. So I'm like,
Whoa.
okay, cute mug, whatever. I'll skip the
Mm.
alcohol. Just get this cute. Oh, and
For
then she
no alcohol.
I know.
36. What
well,
the-
wait. So then she puts it down. She's like, it needs a home. Like, don't you want to rescue this cat? I'm like, I do that like for real. I rescue cats. You know exactly what to say. She's like, seriously, you rescue cats? I'm like, yes, I do. But anyway, so then I
They
get the
should've given it
bill.
to you for free.
And she still didn't give you the rum?
Here's the thing. So when I got the bill, it was $50. And I'm like, wait, I thought it was 36. She's like, oh, well, and then that drink is an addition. I'm like,
Oh my God.
so I'm like, okay. I was like, so I first I asked her the price, and then after I got the bill, I asked her again, and so I'm like, okay, which I was like, that sucks because I don't think I would have paid that much.
No.
So then I left. I'm like, well, let me double check, and I looked at the online menu again that I still had on my phone, and it said $36 drink with cat mug.
Okay.
So I went back and then they got it. I was like, I was charged incorrectly and I just want to go. So they brought out a manager who did go in and get the difference put back onto my card.
Nice.
I'll double check, but I'm like, but
Good for
what's
you.
annoying too, like she got a little extra tip because I tipped her on the original amount. And I'm annoyed that I didn't check it there, but I'm like, I literally asked her the price and then asked her again after the
twice.
bill came out.
No.
So I
She did a
thought,
bad
well,
job.
maybe I just misunderstood, but I'm glad I went
Mhm.
back. But still,
a
it's
bad job.
like,
Yeah.
anyway.
That's
Good for
annoying.
you for going back in.
What I'm saying is, yeah, because that was a lot. I'm like, I would have never paid freaking $60 with the tip
Oh,
for this.
geez.
No,
I know.
no.
I was annoyed
God.
with that. So I got it put back on the card. So because of that, I got late to a place to stand for the Star Wars projection show called Shadows of Memory, a Skywalker
Right.
story or something. I'd seen some pictures online, hadn't really watched the video. It was so freaking cool. It was like a 3D projection of video on those spires behind the Falcon, all the different spires. There are little detail things happening all over. And I would say if you're not going to go watch it online, it will not capture what it feels like to be there because you're not seeing the 3D-ness of it. It was so flipping cool. And I've looked online at people's responses and everybody's like, they need to keep this here all the time. Like this makes this place feel more like Star Wars. And talk about how like no one's complained. Everybody says it's flipping awesome. And it was. So after I saw that, they had an 8:30 showing and then fireworks at 9:30 and then 10:15 for a second showing of the projection deal.
Oh, cool.
And I was going to see 8:30, catch the fireworks, and then head out. And I'm like, hell no, I'm staying to watch this again. Because number one, I paid all this money. I'm here. And that was cool enough to stay and watch a second time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So I did the fireworks, which they're really nice in Star Wars music, but fireworks. And then I watched the projection thing again, which was so cool. So that was my day. I trudged in. I got home like 1. I met Goofy. Goofy was there at the entrance, so I got my picture with Goofy. Again, I don't know if I would go on my own again, but after seeing the Star Wars stuff, I'm glad I did because I'm glad I got to see that because it was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so if anybody's debating going for the Seasons of the Force thing, make sure, for one, you go on a night where they show it because I think some nights they don't because they close at 8 for the Star Wars night stuff.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So just make sure if they're showing it, it is way cooler in person than you would imagine. It's like some of the transitions with so cool.
Awesome. I'm glad you went, Wendy. I'm glad you did it.
I did too. I mean, I was kind of regretting it at parts, but like I said, when I was doing new things or and it was kind of crowded. Like there were some things that I just didn't feel like standing in line for long periods of time to wait for something. If there was a ride I could do quickly or something I could go look at, then it was cool. And I saw the highlight, seeing a mama duck with her baby ducks, like 8 baby ducks walking down, and everybody formed like this barrier of people watching, making sure strollers didn't run them down. There was a worker there walking with them. Everybody's taking pictures. They were so cute.
It's adorable.
They're real, right? Not not animatronic.
Not animatronic ducks. They were real ducks. Tiny ducklings.
They were tiny little ducklings.
They were tiny.
They were freaking adorable. What a place to live as a duck.
My God.
Oh, it's there's so many ducks. And another thing you realize when you're by yourself, like there's ducks everywhere. Like in the ponds, walking around on like
pretty fun.
The riverboat. There were a ton by the riverboat, geese and good ducks and whatever. Wow. So that was my. And you know what? I could have just not done it by myself and sat in my apartment. But instead, I have a fun story.
I'm glad you did it.
I'm a little poorer than before I did it.
No,
sure.
But whatever. It was fun.
Well, speaking of poor,
Oh.
my weekend, this is Tara. So I recently moved to this neighborhood called Toluca Lake, right smack and dab in between Kat and Wendy here. So I guess this realtor named Craig Strong organizes twice a year a Greater Toluca Lake garage sale. So for 3 fun-filled weekends, 3 different sections of Toluca Lake, which is not very big.
3 weekends.
But now I understand why they do it this way. So this weekend was the houses north of Camarillo of a certain street. And then next weekend, our Toluca Lake houses south of Camarillo, but like west of something. And then there's 3 sections. So this week was our section. And so we've been looking forward to this. Like, I didn't know what this was going to be. So this week, it was like sign up by April 2nd. So Rachel and I, we were like, okay, we're going to do this.
Your girlfriend, Rachel, who you live with.
Yes. I invited Wendy, but she said, maybe not, because I'm going to Disney.
Look, normally I would have been up early enough and going, but I was like, this time I don't know. And I didn't get up till like almost 9:30.
And I did tell you, I said, well, there's 2 more weekends. So like the following weekend will be like in your neighborhood.
Oh yeah,
or it's either next weekend or the weekend after.
Okay.
Okay. So you get this online map that tells you where all the houses are that have signed up. Okay. So there were 27 houses on this garage sale, your yard sale list. Okay. And then the official hours are 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. to noon. Okay. So Rachel and I, we were up, we were ready. Charlie was walked. We were ready by 7:45 because we know how it goes. Okay. So the first house that we went to was right down the street from where I live. And of course, this house has a shit ton of holiday decorations, cool stuff, some handmade. This cool woman is like, she works. What is it like? What clay? Not clay. She molds things. She makes mugs and like
ceramics.
She like ceramics.
Pottery?
Thank you, ceramic pot. Thank you. I could not find the word. A kiln is involved, I think. So there's like pumpkins and signs and okay, so like we got all this cash out. The cash, $300 gone.
Whoa.
Not at the first place. Okay.
Wow.
So there's 27 spots on this map. Okay, guess how many we hit?
27.
20
freaking 7.
Nice.
20 freaking 7. Okay.
Were they close? Like, could you walk between some of them?
You could, but you would not have made it in 4 hours. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were driving my truck. We had to go back and unload my truck 3
Oh my
times.
gosh.
What did you guys get?
So I knew I wanted like a dress. I needed a dresser. There were some things.
Okay.
We weren't like a dresser was the only thing I really wanted to find.
Okay.
Well, I found it. So some places had like a couple tables out of stuff. Other places had, like a full yard full of stuff.
Yeah.
So some places you spent like 5 minutes at, and another place you spent 20 minutes at. So really, it differed. One place full of furniture. So I got my dresser. We got a trunk. We got this amazing like outdoor stove thing that we're gonna put indoor because it looks so freaking cool. It's like tiny. It's awesome. Just random stuff. This like tin from Germany of this guy's mother sent him from Germany when he was a kid. So everything had like a little story. People were giving us free stuff because we were telling them, we just moved in. So people were like, here's a housewarming gift.
Oh, that's so smart. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good tip.
And like, so cool stuff. And then when it got closer to noon, Craig Strong, realtor Craig Strong.
Yeah. He's
had
bald,
also
right?
arranged for, I'm not sure, but he also arranged for a pickup. So like if your stuff whatever you didn't sell, if you wanted to just put it on the curb,
I'm looking at this up.
it gets picked up. Okay.
That's great.
So this guy's apparently this is like the 17th annual thing he's done. So he's
they do
got
it in
this
Burbank
freaking
too.
down. They have it.
Really?
Oh, do they? Craig
it's
Strong
like a
does it?
weekend thing. Yeah, Craig Strong.
Jeez, Craig Strong. Wow.
He's the man.
My goodness. So, okay, well, tell me when the Burbank one is.
I will.
Except now I'm scared that I'm going to spend $300 every weekend. So, I got a dresser. We got 2 cool trunks. I mean, just all this stuff. So much Halloween and Christmas decorations.
Oh my goodness.
I already have too much. I had to stop myself. I have a problem. I know that.
You do, but so do I. So I get it.
So, it was, it felt like we were on a scavenger hunt or like the Amazing Race, like trying to get to all these places by noon, even though they can go as long as they want.
Yeah.
But when it closer got to noon, people were just like putting stuff on the curb and like, hey, that's all free.
Getting rid of it.
So I got like a horseshoe set. I got bolt cutters.
What set?
A horseshoe set.
Like to play horseshoes?
Yes. Nice. In the package. Really nice.
No, for horseback riding.
Unopened.
I don't know. Like hang on your wall for good luck horseshoe. I don't know.
For backyard horseshoe playing.
That sounds awesome.
Yes. It was just like we got like old marble old like piano table legs that are now candelabras. It was just some like cool. And then I texted you, Wendy, that cat thing.
What's the story on my cat teapot? Cat kettle.
Teapot. Well, there wasn't much of a story, but this lady had a bunch of stuff, and she had made a bunch of stuff too. This is a different woman that had made a bunch of stuff. So I don't think she made that because it has like
it didn't
art
look,
of cats on that. But no, but it was just really cute. So, but that house, Rachel just mentioned, we moved in. Yeah, I'm getting my sewing table set up, and they're like, what do you sew? And she's like, I'm like I have quilted some, like she's quilted like quite, a few times on some. She's not like some professional quilter. They're like, come back here, let me show you. And they just gave her bags and bags of like free quilting stuff. And they're like, welcome to the neighborhood.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
There was a lot of LGBTQ people out there. We met like so many nice people. Yeah, like it was just so fun, and it felt like you're on the Amazing Race, or like you're doing that Pokemon game where you have to like go to one place and go to like find a Pokemon. So then like we're kind of like, what are we gonna weird thing are we gonna find at this place? Like, it was
That's
just
fun.
a lot of fun,
That does-
and we were exhausted by the end of it.
And I'm
Sure.
sure these people in these neighborhoods have nice things.
Oh, Toluca Lake is a
Yeah.
very nice part of town.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting, and we found a random 24 by 36 foam core poster, a Star Trek poster. This woman had like 5 of them, but like they looked like people had scripts of people they worked on these shows.
Oh, wow.
They
Yeah.
work, you can find really cool random stuff. Rachel found basically a how to write, like from the 60s, essentially a book on how to write a TV show, but from the writers of Star Trek, and all the behind the scenes things on
Wow.
how they
Cool.
like came up with the names for everything,
Wow.
all, just the storylines and all these behind the scenes pictures. So like that kind of weird stuff. So
That's cool.
we were just like, what are we going to find at this place? I have no idea. It was a lot of fun.
Was
Just
it
meeting
crowded?
people.
Were there
People
a lot of
chilling.
people at every house?
Every house. It wasn't like, it was a nice
Like, did you
amount of
see other people like all driving around, like see the
Oh,
same
yeah.
people at all the houses?
Oh yeah,
kind of thing.
people were
Yeah.
walking. People were definitely like, this was their day.
Yeah.
They're out walking. They're
Right.
out doing their thing. Lots of people kind of parked on the side of the road in front of the houses. So it was like everybody seemed to have gotten like a good amount of traffic.
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome.
It was just a really great time, and then we were so tired and hungry, and like the sun, it was like 80 today for some reason, and
Gross.
even though it's springtime. So then we went to this fun place in Riverside in Toluca Lake called Red Maple.
Been there several times. Isn't
Have
it
you?
awesome? Yes. I
Yes.
went there. First
So
time I went was with coworkers on a Saturday morning that I worked. And then we went back. When friends were in town, we went there for like lunch brunch before.
How do I not know this place?
How do you not?
Okay,
It's awesome.
well, we're going, and you
Yeah.
know what we're doing when we're going.
Are we
I
going to
know you
get
don't-
coffee
I
with our
know-
faces?
Yes, I know you don't drink coffee, Wendy, but they have something there that you can get.
Okay.
You can scan the QR code. They have a list of drinks that basically like the Brad Pitt, the
Cute.
Billie Eilish, everybody, just a random list of people. And each one you can get, there's like 1,000 different, I don't know. Okay, let's just say like at least 30 different types of lattes you can get.
Sure.
And each one, like the toffee nut that's one I got with Brad Pitt. So
Cute.
like, and it's like their faces in the foam of the latte.
Mhm.
So you can upload your own picture if you want, and then they'll put it on the foam in the latte. So
That's
we're
cute.
going, and we'll get the 3 of us
That
I would love
awesome.
to
in
do
latte.
that. We got to
form.
do that.
Yeah.
No, I like
So
that place. They do. One of the times I went, it was like a breast cancer month or something going on, and everything was pink. It was like pink everywhere. They went like
Nice.
great, like all the waiters wore the same pink, and then like there were
Oh, wow.
special pink menu items you could get that helped, like the money would go towards it.
Well, they had their Easter decorations
Oh,
were
no.
impressive. Okay.
Yeah.
So most places have like a few things here and there. They're festive. Everything was Easter, like bunnies, like an enormous bunny where the it was like everywhere. It was just so, it was
They go
fun.
all out with that stuff.
And they
Yeah.
had their pictures like on a loop, like hashtag pictures, and they had some from Christmas. You could just tell every holiday they
Wow.
go crazy.
Okay.
So,
Gotta check this place out.
yeah, it was,
And the food's
really
good.
fun. It was good. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a brunch. They're only open 8 to 4, so it's like a
Mhm.
Oh,
you know,
I see. Okay.
breakfast lunch place, but it was good. And y'all, I have to say, maybe we should start this as a segment. Something I'm proud of myself this
Mm.
week.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to work this week after
yeah.
a long leave of absence for my injury.
Mm-hmm.
It was not easy, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to be there at a certain time this week. So I had to wake up every day at 4:45 in
Ooh.
order. And I know, Wendy, you do this with props. You do this
Wah.
way earlier. Okay.
It's like sleeping in for 2 hours.
4:45
Oh no.
because to be up by 5, out of bed by 5, and then have my workout at 5:30, and then be at work by 8. So
I'm impressed.
I did it, and it was not
That's
easy.
good.
And I was ready for bed by 9 p.m. every freaking night. and I slept like a baby.
I'm
Well,
impressed.
I'm
Well done.
jealous. That sounds amazing. The sleeping part. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's getting up early, and they say it's good to work out early.
Yeah.
I've never gotten in that groove because I can't with my work schedule, but
Well,
Right. You'd have to wake up at like 11
not gonna
o'clock.
happen.
I did, and I
Yeah.
felt great. I felt great until like 4 or 3
I was
or
gonna say
4,
till
and
you
then I
walked
was
into
like,
work.
Nap time.
Yeah, till I yeah, and I was like, time for bed. It's because by then it feels like like 6 or 7 p.m. for a person that gets up at a normal time.
Mhm.
But
Exactly.
That's why I'm always
Um,
crawling in bed at like 5:30.
yeah,
Tough.
Yeah.
But,
Well, good
so
job,
that
Tara.
I got up and I did my workout, and yeah, I
I'm
had some
impressed.
sort of self-discipline. So good for me. Anyway,
Good job. That is a lot.
Good for you. Well, I haven't been doing anything except working. And like you, Tara, I had a bit of a break before going back, and so it is hard to kind of get back into the swing of it.
Mhm.
And it's based out of the East Coast, and so we're on their time zone.
Ooh, yeah.
So I gotta get up early for Zoom meetings and stuff. So that's been tough. So I too have been ready for bed like at 9 o'clock. Like I just want to go to bed. Just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then update on the water rat disaster. We had a bunch of inspectors come to the house. They have found water damage in the walls. My office is all taped up. Like wherever he found water damage, he taped. So there's tape everywhere. They tested for lead and asbestos. Finding asbestos would be a big problem because then they have to tent everything, and it's very complicated. The good news, we don't have asbestos, so that's
phew.
great news.
The suspense was
fantastic.
killing me.
I know. We do have lead paint,
All right.
but not a big. They're just like, yeah, just don't eat the paint. We're like, oh, okay. We
Okay.
not.
Can you
That'll
control
be
yourselves?
difficult.
We'll try. But that's kind of it. So hopefully next week
Thank goodness.
they'll actually start busting down walls.
Okay, but
and-
what about the rats?
I mean, I don't know, Tara.
Okay. No updates on the rats.
No,
Okay.
I mean they're still hanging out, I guess.
I mean, they're adorbs.
We saw one the other day just walking through the backyard like it's no big thing. So
I feel
That's
like if
just-
you have a house, you're gonna have rats at some point. Because
I mean,
I don't
not
know. My house
necessarily.
has.
Not
I don't
necessarily.
know. Maybe it's my house then, and
No, mine in Santa Clarita had.
See, there you
some.
go.
Okay, well there you go. It just
There were a
happens.
lot at one point. Apparently, the trigger warning.
Uh-oh.
The man that we heard so much scurrying at one point because it was kind of like in a woodsy part,
Sure.
So, apparently they had a lot of entry points, and the
Yeah.
man, trigger warning again, the man that went, not the exterminator, the man that was humanely
Yes.
taking care of them,
Taking them to a
said
farm.
He went up, he went up there and said at one point they just all ran over him. He was
Oh my God.
bombarded.
Oh my god!
I said, "Well, that's horrifying." He's like,
Wow.
"Oh, it happens."
Was he standing or was he like on the ground?
No, he was like crawling through the
Oh.
crawl space. He said, "Yeah."
It's like
That's
Indiana
terrible.
Jones. Wow.
Okay, and trigger warning.
Well, I expected to hear that about my house, but luckily they said it wasn't that bad.
Ugh.
So they're just having a party up there.
Wow.
It sounds like. Well, so yeah, the rats are like secondary problem now. I don't
Okay.
care. I've suddenly care. I don't care with the rats anymore. I just want my office back. So,
Okay.
Dang.
so that's why I'm coming to you live from the bedroom.
The
Yeah.
bedroom.
From her sex chair. she just
No,
told us.
no. just sitting in a chair. It's a normal
Okay.
chair. Massage chairs right here. Massage chair.
Oh, I see. I misheard you.
Wendy,
I
you've
misheard
sat in. You've enjoyed.
I've
the
sat in
massage
the
chair.
sex chair. Yes.
It was, but it's a massage chair, right?
Well, when I sit in it, it is. So. I don't know about others, but sure.
And the only other thing I could talk about is that the first ERPconic panel is out as of the recording of this episode. The Emily panel that I did is available on the ERPconic YouTube. Check it out. It's really fun. I had a good time.
Okay.
Talk about all kinds of stuff. Talk about ERP, what her next project, facts of life. We talk about Oak
Oh.
Island. We talk about Bound. We talk about lots of things.
Wow.
Okay.
Just chatting like old friends, are you?
Exactly. Yeah. So go check it out.
Did you tell her that does not count as coming on the podcast?
No, I didn't. I didn't even bother because she knows.
Okay. All right.
She knows the rules.
As
She
long as
fucking
she
knows. She knows what she's doing. But it sounds like she's really busy.
Good.
I
lots
have a
of-
feeling
lots
she
of-
is.
Plates in the air, so this is good.
'Cause she does things.
She does lots of things. Speaking of things, hey, let's jump into our mail sack.
Okay. I have one from AK.
Okay.
It says, "Hi, gang. A belated, very happy birthday and new home to my liege. This is. I hope you're very happy there. Looking forward to seeing and hearing from the new pod pub."
In a few months.
Oh no. Okay.
It's going to take a while. I never did watch The Acolyte. Was it any good? Is it worth the watch?
Great question.
So, AK, I feel like now, given your response to Skeleton Crew, I am a little scared to say anything
there's
about
no-
anything.
There's no annoying kids.
There's no,
in
but
Acolyte,
there
right?
were a lot of people that just did not like The Acolyte. And to be fair, I was very mixed on it for most of its run. Although I think it picked up a time or two. There was one director I know that I really liked her episodes. And I
Right.
thought it ended on an upward swing with a lot of great potential if they came back for season 2.
Right.
It introduced a really cool villain that I liked. It had some great fight scenes. And yeah, there were things I liked about it, especially as it picked up and towards the end. So it wasn't perfect. It felt a little, quite a bit uneven at times. So I don't know. If you want to give it a shot, why not? But just know it's going to end with promise and apparently not go anywhere because it's not coming back. So
Yeah.
I'll leave it to
sadly.
you.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Good endorsement.
Well, there's a big group that really loves it and wants it back, and I don't think it got a fair shake. I think there was also it was a sort of multicultural cast. There were people with problems,
What you just can't have.
How
These
dare
you're not
they.
allowed to
those
have. The
fanboys.
lead
Yeah.
was a black female. It's just. There was two witch mothers that were lesbians. I mean, it triggered a lot of people. But it was interesting and I liked it
Yeah, I thought
enough. I'd watch season 2 if it came back.
Same.
So anyway, back to 8K. Just to hear this is say sports again.
Sports.
Good job. The women's Six Nations rugby just got underway, and the Beep are showing it on the actual terrestrial national channels. The what? What the what?
Beeb.
What? The Beeb.
Oh, BBC.
BBC.
Oh, BBC. You know me. Is women's sport finally being taken seriously? Kudos to Italy for holding the very dominant reigning champs, Red Roses of England, to a single score in the second half of their match. I've always felt so conflicted whenever England play Italy, but not because I have any Italian heritage, but because they've always been such absolute underdogs. And the English have an inbuilt tendency to root for an underdog. Last couple of seasons, though, Italy have really got their shit together, and Wales have disintegrated so entirely that it beggars belief. So the whole business is a much more comfortable watch. Poor old Wales.
Boo.
Ooh.
Poor
Anyway.
Wales.
Just started watching The Residents. Bah! I like it. I mean, I'm watching Three Body Problem too, for balance. Catch you later, my dudes. AK.
What's The Residence?
What is that?
I don't know, but we just
Okay.
had someone on our show that I do from The Residents.
All right.
It is. I'm looking it up. I looked it up. It's like a American mystery comedy drama.
Is it?
Cordelia Cup, an eccentric detective, arrives at the White House in order to solve a murder which
Oh,
happened during
yeah.
a state dinner. It's got Uzo Aduba, Kylie Minogue, Bronson Pinchot, Giancarlo Esposito. Who was on our show? Not any of them, I don't think.
The trailer looks
I
funny.
don't. It wasn't Uzo. I know. I don't.
Is it a
remember which one.
comedy?
I think it
I
is.
guess.
It's like like a mystery at the White House.
Okay.
Murder mystery. I think
We
it's supposed to
had
be funny.
Juliette Restrepo was on our show. Juliette Restrepo from The
Okay.
Residents. That's the first I'd heard of it,
Listen.
though. So there you go.
All right then.
Speaking of sports, I went to an Angel City FC game.
You did. You had a busy
this
weekend.
week. Yeah. So it was fun. Speaking of that women's sports, people watching women's sports, the shirt that says everyone watches women's sports with I don't know if that's a worldwide thing or if it's just an American trend. There's a lot of shirts that says everyone watches women's sports because there's the whole thing that was like, no one watches women's sports, whatever.
Right.
Well, at the game, this person had on a shirt that said, no one watches men's sports in the same font. It was very funny. It was very cute. So, yeah.
I think Noe was at that same game.
She was. And she met like Natalie Portman and
what?
And Billie Jean King.
She met Natalie Portman?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
but
see
also
that part.
Billie Jean King.
Yeah, because they
Legend.
did a big halftime thing to all the like legends of basically the legends of ACFC ownership essentially, but most of them are like icons in women's sports across the board. So yeah, so all like the owners, which is Natalie and Jennifer Garner wasn't there.
Oh,
wow.
Busy.
But yeah, and the Disney Iger's wife, what's her name? Willow something.
No,
they bought the team, but they bought the majority ownership. Anyway, she was there. But yeah, it was cool.
Cool.
Okay, I've got one as well.
Okay,
an email of sorts. Here we go. From Heather saying, "Hi nerds. You are certainly living your best lives these days. Tara, I'm so glad you survived your move and hope your unpacking goes swimmingly. Kat, tell us about this new job of yours that is bringing out your aggressive personality. Wendy, I hope your inner Miss Marple at that murder mystery brunch."
Well, if there was a murder, I would.
Or drug trafficking brunch, both felonies either way. Bring a loaded tube of wasabi if things get dicey.
That's good advice.
Time for sports. Please stop crucifying Paige. Okay, this is helpful. Paige Beckers. Pronounce Beckers. Ignore the U.
There you go.
Please stop crucifying Paige Beckers' name. She is a 3-time Big East Player of the Year and a finalist in this year's Naismith Player of the Year.
Okay.
She's smart and talented. In my bracket, I have USC and UConn playing each other in the Elite Eight, a rematch I was looking forward to as USC beat UConn by a bucket this past December. I can't believe Juju Watkins won't be on the court. I haven't seen an ACL injury like that in a long time. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Years ago, I went to a game at Thompson Bowling Arena when UT player Ashley Robinson blew out her ACL. Oh, God. The sound that came out of her mouth was like nothing I've ever heard before.
Oh, God.
The entire arena went silent. Trigger warning. You could hear a pin drop. Wishing Juju a complete recovery so she can return for her junior or senior year. My men's bracket is busted, but I'm doing well in the women's bracket. I had 68% accuracy in the first round and 43% accuracy in the second. Enjoy all the game. End of sports. Have a great week, Heather.
Well, UConn just played UCLA and they beat them down.
Yeah, they did.
Pretty good.
It's UConn versus South Carolina.
Yep.
Yeah, as
they the Gamecocks.
Yeah, they won last year, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
They beat your girl?
Go Cox.
Iowa.
Cox.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. Yeah.
I like Kaylee. I mean, I like Dawn Staley, so I got no animosity towards them, and good for her. And UConn powerhouse. Y'all watch the videos. Like we showed the Juju Watkins video, and I didn't.
No, I don't want to see that.
I don't watch those. I can't watch those. The injury videos.
No,
when the
I hate that.
You want to know how I tore my ACL?
No.
Okay, fine.
How did you? I forgot. I'll ask you later.
I feel like we've talked about it, but okay, I can tell people.
I was in a kickboxing class, and I was doing a jump roundhouse kick on a bag, on a heavy bag.
Yeah.
And the heavy bag was swinging. So my I kicked the bag, and then my foot planted, and then the weight of the bag kind of pulled. Yeah. Wasn't pretty.
Did you make an ungodly noise with your mouth hole?
Not that. I remember thinking, oh
dear, I've injured myself.
Not that's not right. I don't remember making a noise.
Okay.
Not out loud anyway.
I see. To answer one of Heather's questions, to tell you about my new job, I can't.
Are you a government spy?
No, but studios are really paranoid these days. So like I have to sign an NDA. I can't talk about anything. It's not like it's some big super secret show. I just can't talk about it. So I won't be talking about it on this podcast because I don't want to get fired. But it's a
fair.
pilot, so it's not a series. So pilots are, you got to do everything really fast so you don't spend too much money. So it's just been working really crazy hours. So that's why I've been aggressive, is because I'm tired. Kind of talked about that, and stressed out, and I'll be working almost all weekend. So it's just been a lot. That's all. But it's good. Glad to have a job. Some people haven't worked in, over a year in my industry. So I just can't talk about it.
Good.
Don't talk about it. We don't want you to get fired.
Thank you. Well, listen, I have an email too. It's from AK. We're doubling up on AK this week. AK, the name of this, the subject of this email is, oh my. Hold the phone. You saw Claudia Christian? You got to see Commander Ivanova? Is that how you say that? Giant swoon. My first real crush on a character, subsequently confirmed to have been queer. Swoon again. So glad she's still around the sci-fi scene. Swoon.
Okay,
You know what?
What show was that?
Babylon
Not
5.
Farscape. Babylon 5. Okay.
So my friend, one of the friend vendors from the con the other day, she posted some videos and pictures from WonderCon, and I guess she was at her booth was right next to Claudia, who was there signing, and she had posted pictures of her with Claudia.
Nice.
So yeah,
Very cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, after all that swooning, AK's back. They say, oh yeah, okay, back in the room. So what about this Wendy Woody soft porn situation?
Let's not go so far as to call it soft porn.
Where do we have to go to see this? Is there already a link on the socials that we're not aware of because we're so insular? Inquiring Max's must know.
I think Lee was searching for it, but
Lee was looking for it.
Wendy's going to pull up
there.
her. I'm going to veto any posting if it is ever found, which I hope it's not.
All right. Yeah,
I'll let a lot of things go, but I'm not letting that one go.
All right. I mean, what if we have like a private? Can we have a private screening?
Why do you want to watch that?
I don't know. It's just I don't know.
I mean, I had to watch it in a room full of people when it first came out, so why not?
I believe there is a VHS copy. Am I right?
I don't have
a DVD. Oh, you
don't.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to look. I mean, I definitely don't want to have one here. I mean, maybe I have one in a box.
I've actually seen it.
You
have? Okay.
But
well, Dad made us watch all the outtakes that time.
Oh, right. Yeah.
There were people over at my house.
Maybe it was like
look
she
at all the
brought
outtakes of that scene. Like, why are you showing people this?
That's a good friend.
You know what? I'll look in my. Please continue. I'll check my files.
Okay, great. We could charge big money to see that.
No one wants to see that.
Patreon, baby, Patreon.
Exactly. Okay. Okay, continues. Rita sounds amazing. That whole neighborhood sounds amazing because she is in it. Do we know yet whether she likes either girls or nerdy things? Did you guys ask her?
No, she was married. She was married to a man before. That doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
Nerdy things in a way. Like I didn't see any like Star Wars stuff around. But
I didn't get that impression.
Eclectic things. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, when she's on the podcast, we'll ask her.
Okay.
Rugby continues apace. Managed to get Max actually interested since it was the Red Roses and they're A, epic, and B, not dudes. Women's rugby is much more relatable than men's. Never hear you gang talking about women's football, only women's soccer or basketball. Is women's football not a thing? How about women's baseball? They are starting a women's baseball league. That's happening soon. There's not really American women's football, I don't think.
I think there may be not on any kind
football
of
as in rugby.
It's coverage.
I don't know. I'm confused.
No, I think football's in football. I think there are some. I feel like I saw
there's
something.
flag football leagues. A lot more.
No,
flag.
I think they're Women's Football Alliance League. It's like legit with pads and helmets.
Okay.
Founded in it's 11 on 11. Founded in 2009. Is it still going? There's 4 whole teams. Pittsburgh Passion.
The
DC
website looked like it was made
St.
with
Louis
HTML.
Slam and Columbus Comets. No, it looks like it's recent. 2025 schedule.
Oh, there you go. Schedule. All right.
Maybe they have more teams now. Oh, I think they have more teams.
All right.
None
I'll look into that.
look to be in Los Angeles area. Wait, Palm Beach. No, that's Florida. I just saw beach. Yeah, none look to be here, but there are, let's see. Oh, okay. Several teams.
Okay.
Wait, why are there so many teams that, wow, there's a lot. Okay, so there is women's football, just never gets covered.
Okay.
By anyone.
Well, there's your answer, AK.
Give it time. Continuing, seriously though, about this boob grabbing scene. I agree.
Now.
If they're out there and on offer, it'd be a bit weird and unchivalrous not to show the proper interest and appreciation for them. That's a very good point, AK. Wendy, would you agree?
No.
Right back to work. Saw some lambs this week. They feel much later than usual. Maybe I've just been around the wrong fields for lamb spotting. Hope you're all enjoying the spring, Sir AK. Thank you, AK.
Me too. I think I've been around the wrong fields for lamb spotting because I have not, this is Tara, spotted any lambs around here.
Same.
Well, where would they be out here?
It is spring. Maybe because it's 80 degrees here, the lambs are like,
well,
we're not.
I will say this. I was driving up over Barham in all of our neighborhoods.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
There are
That's right.
goats on the hill eating all the grass.
What?
It's like this new
Really?
thing now.
Yeah.
It's like, it's more, it's environmentally friendly. It's cute. I don't know. There's reasons to do it, but it's like there's a bunch of goats up there running up that hill eating. It's so cute.
Let me tell you, our
I'll have to go
anchor,
over
my
there.
friend Lynette Romero, walks, apparently lives somewhere in that vicinity, was doing her walk, saw the goats. She ended up doing a story on the goats, and he let her come in. She was interacting, making these noises, and the goats would come to her.
Cute.
So because of that, we did a whole story on the goats, and they're clearing the grass and the shrubs and doing all their eating, and they're adorable.
It's so cute.
Oh,
I love it.
have to go by there.
Yeah, check
Fun.
them out.
Okay.
Hey, let's do some nerd news.
Nerd news. I repeat, we have breaking nerd news.
Okay. Just getting there, huh? Wow, we talk a lot. Why?
We gotta go fast.
It's what happens when we do things.
Ooh. Okay.
So this thing called CinemaCon, it's been happening for years, but this year a lot of really big announcements came out of it. So it's like a convention for movie theater owners and exhibitors. So like, the movie business, going to a movie theater is kind of on the decline. So, these big movies, because you can see them a week later at home, people aren't going to the movies. So they're trying to, get a lot more bigger tentpole movies back in theaters. So people in theaters only. So people go back to the theater, buy lots of popcorn, drink all that soda, and have a nice night out. So because of that, all these big movies made announcements this weekend. I know there's like a Thunderbolts gag where what's his name drove everybody in a big limo and everybody
Oh, that looks fun.
tumbled on stage. It was really cute. So no, there's just like a bunch of shit that came out this week, and the new Superman trailer, and more of that dog is in it. It's really cute. Crypto. That looks really good. There's a He-Man Masters of the Universe tease. What else came out this week? Just a lot of stuff. I'm just kind of scrolling through. There's a lot to talk about, but just a couple things just kind of really, grab my interest.
So if this is not something you can get like a ticket to, it's not like Comic-Con, right?
No, I think it's just exhibitors.
It's just, okay, because they have this massive stage with this massive screen. I'm talking massive, like IMAX level here. And then like who's in the audience sitting here?
Like theater people, right? Like distributors, theater
managers,
people. Like not
owners.
the manager of your local Regal, but probably like I would imagine, but like people, maybe I don't know.
Maybe it's like a treat. You get to
fun
go.
Convention. That'd be fun.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah, they're like Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis there for Freakier Friday. Not that that's like the top
No, but big
lining
yeah,
up. Yeah, big
stars.
names. Yeah.
Well,
They
they
had-
screened How to Train Your Dragon and people loved it.
The whole
They-
movie?
Yeah. And people
Nice.
said it was, it is what it is, but people apparently really, really liked it. And they're already working on the second one in live action.
Oh, that's fun.
They showed a Wicked trailer that hasn't been released online yet, but Cynthia and Ariana were there. So
Tom Cruise and Mark Hamill were hanging out.
Yeah. And Tom Cruise and
Mission
what's his
Impossible,
name?
the
Glenn
final-
Powell. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
So I guess Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. That's why Tom was there. I guess that's the last of the Mission Impossible movies.
Is it okay? Whatever they say.
We'll see.
yeah, I don't know about that, but
SpongeBob's getting a movie.
Live action or
I don't think so. That would be amazing.
it would be really creepy.
Little sponge
Disney thing.
walking around.
Yeah, let's just sponge. That's fun. Okay.
Let's see. What else?
Wow.
Running Man. Glenn Powell is going to be the
But it's just like everybody was there.
Oh, yeah.
It's Andrew Garfield, Ayo Edebiri from The Bear, and a lot of stuff. Just it was like Oscars level of the who's who of Hollywood.
Yeah.
there.
And like each studio had their own segment. So Disney had a thing, Paramount had a thing, Netflix, and not Netflix because they're a streamer. But all the big movie studios had their own stage.
So they didn't allow Netflix to be there.
Well, that would make sense because Netflix is kind of why the movie theaters are in trouble.
Okay, so it wasn't just a general like movie.
I think it's
thing.
specifically
It's
for
like-
theaters.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I mean that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, like DreamWorks.
Ryan Gosling
Paramount.
talking about his
Mhm.
new movie.
Maggie Gyllenhaal looking real gay. Girl, hey.
So yeah, no, very cool. I feel like there's more stuff that came out from this weekend, but I just can't really. But yeah, no, the Wicked trailer. Have you guys seen the new Wicked trailer? Or
It's
have they
not out
dropped
yet.
it Oh, okay.
It was just a poster. I think that
Got
got
it.
released right now.
yeah, the poster looks cool. Yeah, the actual people have seen the trailer. They just haven't released it.
To the general
I
public.
feel like they're going to make a big deal. They're not just going to throw it out there like they did the Superman trailer or the, any of the other trailers that came out of that. They're going to make a big see the Wicked teaser here, that kind of thing.
I see. Okay.
I really hope it's good. Oh God, I'm so man.
People almost immediately put descriptions of what happened,
Oh, that's cool.
but of course it's hard to, unless you can see it. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I can't believe I'd never heard of this convention.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And you know what else came out? Not cinema, but TV.
Mm.
Something I'm very excited about. Star Trek Strange New Worlds trailer came out and it looks amazing. It's one of those that I hope the actual season is half as good as this trailer.
Right.
Because the trailer looks freaking fun and amazing and exciting. It's kind of like they're pushing that they're bringing back those kind of fun what do you call them? Not like canned episodes, but just like, they've got like one that looks like it was from the 60s, one that's kind of like fun themed episodes that Star Trek is known for.
Mhm.
And then of course, throw in those over, what do they call it? The arcs that it lasted the season. I think Melanie should be back this season, I believe, as Captain Battelle.
She alluded to that at the conference. So she's like, well, I got a character poster. So,
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think I saw her listed in the description of the season. So
yeah, well, they kind of made it like a cliffhanger if she's going to make it or not. So I'm going to go ahead and feel confident that she makes it in some capacity. She contracted a sickness at the end of the season. That's, we don't know if it's going to be cured or not. So here's hoping because I do love her character. So
a lot of people do.
yeah. And she was in one of the best episodes of the season. I think she was one of the lawyers in the courtroom drama episode from last season. It was really good.
Nice.
So
I have to say that I think your dog's looking for you. Charlie just keeps like wandering. Your house is so big that Charlie can't find you.
Oh, Charlie.
Watching her walk behind you.
And then have you seen Duncan like sprinting back and
No,
forth?
I haven't seen Duncan
I've
yet.
seen Duncan, yes.
Crazy,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Duncan.
Here's Charlie girl.
Hey,
She
Charlie.
found me. She found me.
Yay.
Good. Don't
Hi,
worry.
Charlie.
He's okay.
Okay, good.
Anyway. But very excited about Strange New Worlds. It just says summer 2025.
Sometime in the summer.
I mean, the trailer looks really fun. Like I think I might actually watch Strange New Worlds because it looks really fun.
It's a great one that if you're just a sci-fi fan, a fan of sci-fi that is like compelling, the characters are interesting and it's kind of fun. It's funny.
I like that.
And lighthearted in a way. That's what Strange New Worlds is.
You know what the trailer reminds me of? And I don't know if this is accurate at all because I haven't watched either one. Legends of Tomorrow, when they just seem to do a bunch of crazy concept kind of shows and have fun with it, and it worked. And it just gave me that vibe of like, they looked like a lot of different kind of stuff going on with Strange New Worlds. Like Legends, didn't they do a lot of kind of out there things, but it worked and it was fun?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah. So it's a really fun show.
Nice.
Definitely recommend. And it's got like Rebecca Romaine on there. It's just a lot of fun. It's cool. And they have a musical episode that I really love, and I love the music from. Yeah. So anyway.
Breaking news. I found a DVD titled Dates. But it's not the movie. I made like a blooper reel type of thing for the after party, rap party.
Okay.
And it's that. And so I'm pretty darn sure I did not put that scene in it.
Oh.
I really thought it was the movie at first.
Oh,
it's not the
so
movie.
it's like in your collection. It's in your collection.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not online. But it's oh, there I am. Oh, I was so young. Look at that wispy hair.
Touching any boobs?
Not in this scene, no.
All right.
Wow, I was a baby.
All right. Well, listen, keep
Born
looking.
baby.
Okay?
No, I don't. I'm looking through my stash. I still have
Your
those
stash.
pants and probably that shirt.
All right.
No,
Maybe
I,
if you find it, maybe we don't post the whole
Oh
thing.
no,
Maybe
we're not
we just-
posting any of it.
I was
Come
gonna say
on.
maybe we just post a screen grab or like a boob grab, if you will.
No, we're not
No?
posting anything.
Not even.
And you know
a
what?
boob grab?
From what I see, I don't. I
Oh,
don't have the
mean,
actual film. I just have the.
Is
bloopers.
it Deb? Is Deb the director?
No, it was some guy she knew.
Oh, is Deb the boob?
No, she wasn't the boob. I think the boob's name was Amber.
The boob's
Yeah.
Wait, is Deb in the movie?
Yeah.
So she would have it, right?
No, she wouldn't.
I'll text her.
No, she won't.
I'm sure I have her.
No,
number
you know what?
somewhere.
Honestly, Kat, don't remind her it exists because I don't need that. She posts things.
You're right. She does.
posts things, and she doesn't.
All
need to
right, I'm
remember
not going to do
movie.
that to you, Wendy.
I'll keep looking.
Okay.
She probably does. She has everything else.
Dirty mouth.
No, I don't need that out there.
We're stressing Wendy out.
I know,
We won't do
Wendy,
it.
you know
Still
we
looking.
wouldn't do that.
Oh, here's.
Why are you still looking? You're not going to put it up anywhere.
No, but I mean, I'm just curious to see.
No,
I'm
she's
not
just
posting
curious.
it, but I could show y'all. But I'm not posting.
Okay, then keep looking.
I found pictures from the film, but not.
Okay.
I don't know that I ever got a copy. Like I don't.
That seems hard to believe.
Well, not necessarily.
All right.
Not everybody gives out copies.
Okay. Well, while you do that, where can people find us?
I don't know. Twitter, @SNOP Podcast with 1D. I'm never going to call it X. Or Blue Sky, Tea Nerds Out.
And Facebook and Instagram @She Nerds Out Podcast.
You can go to our website, shenerdsout.com. You can, while you're there, you can look at our merch. You can buy us a beer, which means that helps us pay our bills here to make it more fun for us to do this every week. You can send us a voicemail. You can be yourself or you can be anonymous like Anne did. You
can be
She wasn't
anybody.
that anonymous.
You
Come
could
on.
be anybody you want to be.
Yeah, you could even be Anne. You could pretend to be Anne. Thanks,
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun. So that's where you go for that one stop snopping. And then to send us an email, you can do that at shenerds@gmail.com. Please reach out to us if you like what you hear and you haven't already. Please subscribe, review, and rate us. Only 5 stars, please. And yeah, just tell your friends.
If
Listen,
you don't like us, we don't need to know.
yeah, we don't need to know. We
And
don't
an
need
email.
constructive
Send us an
criticism.
email with
Yeah.
with constructive feedback.
Exactly.
Hey.
And if you think a friend of yours would like what you're hearing, then send him an episode. Send him your favorite episode. Say, hey, give these guys a shot. They're pretty cool, pretty nice, pretty charming, and yeah, I think you'll like us. Do that.
By the way, I forgot to mention, for those of you listening to us to keep you updated on when TV shows come out, Handmaid's Tale is coming up
There you go.
April 8th.
Oh,
on,
boy.
what is that even on? Hulu. Black Mirror, Thursday, Netflix.
Oh boy,
Last of Us, Sunday, April 13th on
that's big.
the very boringly labeled Max.
Stupid.
Change our logo, which is made of black and gray.
We love Max of AK and Max, but
Oh,
No, I'm
obvious
talking
Max,
about, of course we do. I'm not talking about
Max,
the person.
yeah.
I'm talking about the
I know.
streamer.
HBO Max. HBO was just better.
Yeah,
Like
they took away the
Max?
thing that made it stupid.
Anyway.
Yeah, not the name, just them changing it to that.
Well, we're gonna watch Last of Us, right? Are we gonna?
Oh
watch?
yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it gets gayer. Yeah, Last of Us.
Okay, but then what sucks is that it comes out on Sunday. So then how do we talk
well,
about?
we'll be late, I
behind?
guess. Hacks rolls out, the next week, April
That's awesome.
15th, and then Andor, April 22nd. I still
Oh my
gotta
God,
catch
What a
up and
month.
rewatch that. I know April. Everything's launching in April. It's gonna be.
incredible.
We'll
it's
just
gonna
have
be
to
a
talk
lot.
less about ourselves and more.
No, no.
Do we though? I don't know. Do people want us to talk less about ourselves? That's
I
a poll.
don't know.
Probably.
That's
Probably.
the poll
Hey,
this week.
at least
There you go, Lee. Put that up
I-
there.
Yeah, like should
There's
we
a
be talking
poll.
less
Should we
about ourselves?
shut up? Hey, at least I was covering an actual sci-fi event and giving
Yeah.
my report on
And so
my
was Tara.
experience on the garage sale event.
The event of the season.
I don't know. I feel like people want to know what's going on with us.
I wanna
don't
know.
I
God,
don't.
I hope so.
honestly don't know.
Otherwise, this
Well, tell us
episode
your
is
thoughts.
Gonna be good.
But you know what? Here,
In an
once
email if you don't.
Yes.
content's hitting now. Content's starting to come
Yes.
out.
That's
We'll
true.
have content. It's gonna spring, summer, movies, all the good things.
That's very true.
By the way, I looked for Thunderbolts merch. Nothing was out yet.
Okay.
A little early.
I'm sure it'll be soon. Yeah.
Do they
exactly.
have a Yelena Belova or a Kate Bishop for that matter like body pillow? Just asking for a friend.
like
Not-
full size,
Any merch?
Not at
Like
the store
that?
I went to. No.
life size body pillows?
Okay. Just asking for a
But
friend.
put it,
It's like-
email them.
And you squeeze them and they say stuff.
Yes.
It's got a lot of pockets. Yeah, send them an email.
Kate Bishop.
All right, I'm gonna go finish my Wookiee cookie.
Good
Um,
for you.
Until next time, she nerds out.
Out.
She nerds out. We're girls that like dirty things. Dirty things.
Where are you?
Who, me?
Are you in a different house?
I'm in the bedroom.
Oh, I see.
A
Okay.
rare glimpse.
Yeah.
Wow,
Ooh.
boudoir.
This is the sex chair.
Yeah, that's the chair.
Oh,
right there,
Lord.
huh?
Great. I can
All
think
right.
about that all podcast.
Here we go. Be serious, guys.
Because this is a serious podcast.
This is very, very serious.
Uh-huh. Okay, go.